Thanks, Jerry. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a big thank you to the RIU team and sponsors. This picture here is the 80-metre level of our new mine at Edna Beryl. It's the first mine in Tennant Creek for over a decade. This coarse gold really does provide a lot of opportunities, but also some challenges, which I hope to cover in this talk. So why Emerson? I think you'll see that it is a unique story. Quite a different story to many of our peers, our peer companies, as we have moved from a pure exploration company that, as most of you will know, burns a lot of cash as a pure explorer to monetising our mines via a low-risk royalty stream. But it's much more than this. Why invest in Emerson? Well, the biggest driver really of our strategy and value is around discovery, using the very best technology to do this. Our latest discovery is in Tennant Creek, which we announced yesterday at a Mauritania project with an intersection at 22 metres at 36 grams per tonne. It includes 6 metres at 122 grams per tonne, and that hole actually ended in mineralisation because of difficulties we had with the drill rig. We've got a revenue stream from a new strategic alliance with our partner, EmmersonResources. They plan to process this through a refurbished mill in Tennant Creek. They're doing the mining on our mines, and also they're earning into one of our exploration projects in the south of Tennant Creek. We've got commanding ground positions in Tennant Creek and new greenfield projects in New South Wales. We have a track record of discoveries, highly credentialed and committed board, and we're cashed up. Just a little bit on our capital structure. The cash down below doesn't include an additional 1 million placement, which our partner Territory are making at a 10.35 cents per share. It also doesn't include any contribution from the royalty streams. We've just actually poured our first big gold bar out of our royalty stream, so I expect that that cash position will improve quite significantly. We're also debt-free. As I said earlier, very stable board. Most of the management team have been with Emerson on the Emerson journey since we listed in late 2007. We're still there, and we're big believers in what we are building. So just turning to Tennant Creek, a core part of our strategy, as I said, is using the very best technology and expertise to make discoveries. And that is one of the biggest value drivers for any mining company. And we have projects, as I said, some brownfields projects and greenfields projects, both in Tennant Creek and New South Wales. The Mauritania project is a greenfields discovery. It was first drilled a year or two ago. But since then, we've reinterpreted some new data, and I think the drilling is testament to that. It's within the 100% Emerson area. As you can see, the blue area is the 100% held Emerson area. That's the Edna Beryl, our first mine, sitting up there. The purple area is the area of the joint venture, which I'll talk a little bit about later. The Susan project falls in that joint venture area, and is covered by the earn-in expenditures by our partner, Territory Resources. They're spending $5 million over 5 years to earn 75%. A little bit more on Mauritania. It's an interesting story in that it was recognised from essentially some gold geochemistry. This is a map of the gold geochemistry. But it was made utilising not only the geochemistry, but also a good understanding of the geology, the structural setting, and the geophysics. For the technically minded in the room, the host of the gold is hematite ironstone, one of the common themes to most of our discoveries in Tennant Creek, and one that was largely overlooked by previous explorers. I mean, Tennant Creek's known for high-grade gold hosted in magnetite-bearing ironstone. So magnetic geophysics played the predominant role in the history of the Tennant Creek field. My background at Olympic Dam with Western Mining, I understand that these iron oxide copper gold deposits also have a hematite end member, and that's what we're looking for here. This is our first small mine, and really it's from small things, big things grow, and I do believe that this will grow into a significant mine. The picture of the free gold that you saw on the first page comes from down here at the 80-metre level. So that's only 80 metres from the surface. That inset there is that inset there, and this slide is the leapfrog of the surface drilling results. And you can see, you know, there's some great results and there's some not so good results. There's some big blanks. You know, this is both the challenge and the opportunity, and really what does this really mean in terms of how big this thing's going to get and what is the grade. So the plan is really to now, with that high-grade gold being found down on the 80-metre level, is to deepen the shaft and put in another sub-level down here. But the bigger plan is to actually do a drill drive out here underneath Edna Beryl West and do more intense fans of underground drilling. I think you can see that you know, the density here is quite low, and to date we've mined about 3,000 tonnes out of there. When I say we, it's our partner Territory Resources, and the head grade of that is probably in the order of between 25 and 70 grams. You can see here the loader loading up the ore. The ore is currently being toll treated over in the Lorena Mill in Cloncurry. That's an interim processing option until the Warrego Mill in Tennant Creek gets refurbished by Territory Resources. Over here you can see the small head frames and portable equipment that's been used for this mining operation. Edna Beryl is not a one-trick pony. There are multiple deposits in the Territory Resources mining schedule. They're going to optimise these. They're under current mining studies. You can see the yellow dots are some of these mines that are in the Territory Resources mining schedule, and they're including the intersections from the recent Susan discovery down here. So the majority of these are covered by the profit share arrangement between Emerson and Territory Resources. How do we monetise them? Well, it's monetised through a very low risk royalty stream. It's either a percentage of the gold bar, so Chariot and Edna Beryl, for Edna Beryl, the one that we're currently mining, we get 12% of the gold bar. For Chariot we get 6%, and the rest of the mines in the mining schedule in the Southern Project area are on a profit share basis. This is a very low risk way of clipping the ticket, if you like, and it allows us to not only de-risk the mine, but it's also a great way of generating cash for Emerson, because as most of you will understand, the usual development path for any mine is through getting to a JORC resource, which is a lot of drilling. It takes a long time. You typically do a pre-feasibility study, a feasibility study, and then, you know, eventually you start mining after five years or so. Our joint venture partner Territory, they're a private company. They don't have to go through those steps, so they're moving straight into mining. So it's mining and drilling and, you know, understanding the geology and the controls on the gold distribution from underground. And I think you'll see this is the NSR royalties from, you know, the biggest royalty companies, and it's a very, very competitive royalty stream that we're receiving from these small mines. And as most of you will know, you know, royalty companies command quite a premium in the market. You know, so the Franco-Nevadas, you know, trade at 26 times or so, and you know, obviously Emerson's a much smaller scale, but nonetheless, I think once the royalty checks start coming in, people get confidence in this royalty model, I think you'll start seeing some traction in the market on our royalties. Just turning briefly now to our New South Wales project. This is again targeted utilising some, proprietary in-house methods using multiple independent data sets, trying to get a little bit smarter about predicting where the next big discovery is. We targeted the New South Wales Lachlan Fold Belt very deliberately. We like copper and gold. These are typically very, very big systems. They're world-class systems. So we're really hunting in elephant country here in New South Wales. Probably one of our most advanced projects, most promising projects over here at Firefield, where we've just completed a big soil geochem program. Look, most of this is undercover. It was interesting, our geologist turned up on this project, and the farmer said to her, "This is the first time I've seen an exploration company on my property." And he said, "Look, jump in my car, I've got some interesting rocks on top of the hill." And they turned out to be gold and copper in stockwork veins, little rubbly outcrops. There's not very much outcrop at all. He works down at the Evolution operation down south, so he's very, very happy to have Emerson there, particularly given the drought and things going on. So we ended up doing a big soil program. We've got some very high numbers in soil. As I said, we've got some pretty promising rock chip samples. This is some of the green rock alteration associated with typically the outer zones of these big porphyry copper systems. We've done age dating. It's exactly the same age as the Cadia Ridgeway deposit. And we've just completed a large geophysical survey over that area. We did that over Christmas. And it's got some great anomalies. We'll be out there drilling probably, towards the end of March. And as I said, we're really hunting in elephant country. So Emerson's really unique copper explorer. We've got a low-risk strategy to accelerate and fund our exploration. Tennant Creek, by virtue of having our joint venture partner Territory there, now provide an integrated mining, processing and exploration stream. So we've, rather than having stranded assets in Tennant Creek, we now have a way to monetise them through their refurbished mill. We expect that they will finish that refurbishment of the mill in later this year. Therefore, we won't be obviously trucking across to Queensland. We've got a mining joint venture on a profit share or a percentage of the gold royalty or gold bar. We've got potential for world-class copper gold discoveries in New South Wales, and also, as we've demonstrated at Mauritania, very, very high-grade gold, which we can put into the mining schedule and monetise through the alliance with Territory Resources. Also, the southern project area obviously is under the $5 million exploration earning and joint venture. So Territory can earn a 75% interest in any projects there over a 5-year period, and we retain 100% of that northern project area. So the permitting of the Territory and Warrego Mill has now been approved, so as I said, we expect commissioning the second half of 2019. So really, that's the story of Emerson. I think it's a fantastic story. It's a different story. It's quite unique. As I said, we're not just burning cash. We're actually generating cash, but it's a lot more than that. We're de-risking our exploration by underground mining, so we can better understand, the gold and the geology from the underground workings. Thank you very much.